Welcome everyone to another episode of Pitchside Podcast with
Pitchside.
the regular guys. Yes, Tompo Kekana and Tiani Mabunda. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
You good? You good?
The dawn.
How was the week? How was the weekend? How's the
Moody.
Yeah.
Moody style go singing.
The
Oh man, I was just watching football.
Warola.
Yeah, Team Yaruna Ilala Sharp.
Yeah.
They went to Hilal and they came up with a big point.
Yeah.
Away. It wasn't easy. I'm sure it's humid. We've been there. I've been there myself, and you know how difficult it can be. I saw the surface of that pitch.
Yeah.
It didn't look. What's the word?
Conducive.
I like that. It didn't look conducive at all. You can tell that it was a bit difficult for the boys, but they managed.
Yeah. You, Sugar, what's your talking points on this game?
Yeah, you know, it's always good to see the boys still continuing with their quest of refusing to lose, even in difficult conditions like we saw, and as Captain is saying, that it wasn't easy, but the boys went there and they came with a big point.
Soldiers.
Yeah.
Soldiers.
So now with that aspect of coming back with a big point, playing in difficult conditions as well, what are the lessons that we need to take to our next game? Because we do have a game that we still have to play, even though we've qualified. Does it matter now, the position that we're qualifying at? Do we have to take something away from the Sudanese game to be able to use to play against our next opponent?
There's lots of lessons that we will continue to take in the game of football. You and I, we can easily say the game is always the best teacher in terms of how you apply yourself in the next match. So I think the lessons will always be there. And the reference will always be there in terms of how you want to apply yourself in the next match. The boys knows that they could have done better in that Al Hilal game.
Yeah.
But it's not a trains match. We still have a good position on the log at this present moment with one game to go. We already qualified, and I think we can only get better from here because look, we're playing at home. I'm sure there will be players that will want to be, seen in terms of preparation going to the knockout stages, because that's where a lot of details will be coming in handy. And I think the coaches are now aware, considering the experiences of the past seasons where the knockout stages are very, very tricky. So I think the players, they are now aware of what's coming. I was happy to see a lot of players that were injured coming back from the injuries. I cannot, ignore the fact that Sundowns played somebody younger than is 2 times my age. So if I cut my age into 2, but I can easily say it's so refreshing to see that. When last have you seen that in South Africa? So we will continue to improve. And a player, I can easily speak like a player. We will continue to improve, but the team will continue to improve because it's our task to improve, to make sure that we lead the race.
Thank you. So that's it for Al Hilal game. I don't think there's much. I think it was one of those games that we have to do what we're supposed to do, judging with the conditions as well. If you have to win the game. If you can't win the game, don't lose the game. I think it was one of those situations, but I think, like you said, it's important for us to improve each and every game, find ways out to improve, and also, building that that consistency. I think it's one of the toughest things to do, to go on week in, week out, even though you've qualified, but you still play like you haven't qualified. So sometimes to self-motivate you as players, I think it's important, especially going to the last game knowing that you've qualified already. But we've seen a lot of professionalism within the club, so that's not going to be an issue. I just feel like the Al Hilal game is just one of those games where go and do what you're supposed to do, and that's it. And I think that's what the boys have done. Another episode in the bag, Pitchside Podcast. That was a recap against Al Hilal Champions League. We out. Bye-bye.